Izzy, IzzyT Digital, whatever you want to call me. It's my first ever Magic Gathering video, so if you like it, leave a like. Find something new. I usually don't do videos like this, but I'm gonna keep trying to do this. I want to talk about making 35-cent cards look good, because anybody can just throw generally good staples, throw generally good cards into a deck and be like, my deck is good. Like, well, no duh, you threw Deflecting Swad, Deadly Relic, and I'm gonna be talking about like some of my favorite decks, like my Bracket 3 Deadpool, my Shadow Wizard Money Gang deck, which is like an $800 deck, and how I have 35-cent cards in here that are like the powerhouses of my deck. Those are the things that make the deck unique, right? Because anybody can build the deck, anybody can just go net deck. And you know, hey, if you have the money and you're like, why, I don't need to like get 35-cent, you know, cards, or I don't need dollar cards, this video is not for you, right? This video is for people who want to build decks that are on a budget, right? Try to keep it, you know, relatively cheap. Realistically, if every card in the deck is $1, it adds up to $100. And I don't know about you, but to me, I can't go spending $100 every single time I go build a deck. It's just too much money. So I try to, you know, allocate resources a little bit better. I try to, you know, have 35-cent, 20-cent, 15-cent, 50-cent cards, so that the remaining $1 that I take from those can go into something cooler, right? Then I can spend a $3 card, a $4 card, right? And those can be spent on, like, you know, the really big powerhouses of the deck, right? Not every deck I think needs to be $500. So for me, my favorite type of decks to play are like level 2, bracket 2. You go digging through bulk and go digging through your bulk bin and find some of the most amazing cards. My first deck I'm gonna show you is gonna be Kuja. It's my most expensive deck. He's pretty cool. It's my Shadow Wizard Money Gang deck. It is bracket 3. It's like $800, and the card that saves me from losing the game is a 35-cent card, and the 35-cent card is amazing. But the card that like I'm always happy to see is this 35-cent card. I'll probably throw it somewhere up on the screen. Really, really fun, really, really easy, really, really simple. My biggest downside in this deck is tokens. And I'm in black and I'm in red. I have no way of recouping tokens. There's almost no way in red and black to recoup tokens. And if there is some, can someone in the comments or anywhere please just, you know, let me know. But the only card that I have in my deck, and it is my favorite card when I have it, is Dark Dabbling. Dark Dabbling is a 1 black, 2 generic mana, or 2, you know, any color mana, instant. It's regenerate target creature, draw a card. You know, I can play it, cantrip it, right? Or I can save my commander, or maybe save a wizard. But the important part of this is spell mastery. If there are 2 or more instants or sorcery cards, which in my deck there's gonna be, also generate each other creature you control. If someone blasts axe and I instant speed cast it, I draw a card, and then everything that would get blown up gets regenerated. So every single token, right? Because usually tokens fizzle, right? Tokens die, but the tokens will regenerate, which is this is the great part, right? Because I can't just use, oh, bring stuff back from the graveyard, because it's not gonna help me. But again, for 35 cents, this is the best piece of protection like in my deck. Yes, there are other cards that again are basically counter spells, right? But for me, that's my best protection spell. In my $800 deck, I am being saved by a 35-cent card. I think another one is like Whale of Nim, which does something similar, and that's like kind of same mana cost and same price. That, like, it's insane. Is that not insane that like my $800 deck just gets fucking rolled by a $1, you know, Blasphemy Stack? Kind of crazy, right? You can tell me I'm building a bad deck, whatever, but I think this just shows like why these 35-cent cards are important. Another one, this is like generically good, I threw this in here, I think it's important. Overkill. Overkill is so good because target creature gets -0, -999999999 until end of turn. And people, again, making their creatures indestructible, this gets around it. Minus counters, you know, state-based actions, it checks the thingy or whatever. Creature's dead. You can't save it. I don't care how indestructible your creature is. I don't care how cool your creature is. It's dead. Yeah, it's overkill. Another really good one, because I need free cast, is Atali's Favor. Atali's Favor is really, really good. Enchant creature you control. When Atali's Favor enters the battlefield, discover 3, right? So what discover is, if you guys don't know, is exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 3 or less. Then you can cast it without paying its mana cost. So I get another cast. That's already 2 triggers off of the wizards. And then the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. Trample's cool because maybe I can get my commander swing, you know, alt win con. I doubt it. But it's more of, I get the cast for the enchantment and I get another cast for a discover, because I'm gonna hit something that's cheap, because I have a lot of cheap spells. 35-cent card. I think that comes from Caverns of Ixalan. It literally won me a game this last weekend. Another one, this kind of pushes the limit. Right, this one isn't really a 35-cent card. This is more of a $1. It's Power Balance. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may reveal a top card of your library, so I can, you know, kind of see what I'm gonna pull next turn. It's like a plan. And if you do, you may cast that spell without paying its mana cost if the 2 spells have the same. So let's just say friend casts a 3 mana cost creature. I top deck, overkill, boom, kill something. Someone plays a Soul Ring, Lightning Bolt, boom, I get to cast Lightning Bolt, deal 3 damage, and get a trigger for my wizards. That works in my deck. And again, a lot of these cards, they're not the best, but they have their situations. And yes, you need to contrive contrive your, you need to contrive your decks to have these situations. Oh, we're not always gonna, hit them. That's fine. But for me, power balance is 2 red mana. Like, it's, you know what I mean? These cards aren't gonna be the best all the time. They're 35 cents. They're 30, like, at the end of the day, these are 35-cent cards, you know what I mean? And if you have a hard time finding them, your best friend's gonna be Scryfall. You're not gonna find a lot of these cards on EDH Rec. There's just, you know what I mean? If you just go to EDH Rec and you look up your commander, right, you're not gonna find them. The next deck I'm gonna show you is Deadpool. I bought the secret layer. I want to build it. I get it. I mean, I don't want to hear it. I get it. This was my strongest deck for the longest time until I built my Shadow Wizard Money Gang deck. But there's a lot of really cool 35-cent cards in here that I use to get my own payoffs or get my own little sneaky like wins or do my own little combos or my own little plays. And people don't expect it, right? So another one that works for me is Genocide Enforcers. It's 1 red mana, 1 colorless, and has Myriad. It's a 1/3 creature, and then I can pump it by paying 2 mana. So I could mana dump, but that's not the goal of it. The goal is Myriad. So Deadpool comes in, I give myself a Deadpool token, which kind of sucks, that I swap text boxes, I'm gonna lose 3 life, but what I'm gonna gain out of it is infinitely better. I swing, and when I swing, I'm gonna Myriad. So there's 3 people, so that's 2 pieces of removal when I swing my commander. That's take your commander, now we're all gonna start losing life, right? I got that for 2 mana. This is a 35-cent card. They are gonna die legendary rule. I'm not gonna have Deadpool unless I have something like Mirror Box or some other kind of, I just get free removal non-stop every time I swing. Another one that you can do is Flensermite. Flensermite is 1 black, 1 colorless. It's Infect, Lifelink, 1/1. Same thing. I bring it out really early. You're gonna have 5 Infect. That's alt-win con right there. But you're seeing that I'm having the problem of I'm over here taking 3 damage. How do we get around that? Disciple of Gristlebrand, 1 black, 1 colorless. Pay 1 mana, sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. So I pay 1 mana, get 1 life, or I pay another mana, I gain 4 life, or whatever the toughness is for those creatures. 35-cent card. Are there better stack outlets? Sure. Here's another one. 1 black, 1 colorless. Enchant creature. You enchant a creature and it has lifelink, and then whenever an opponent creature's died, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Deadpool's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I have a giant commander for, with lifelink for 2 mana. Even if the card isn't that good, it was 2 mana. And at the end of the day, it was 35 cents. It was 35 cents, and that money that I saved on a card slot went somewhere else, and that's where I have stuff like Mirror Box or, other cool, crazy effects. Like, you don't need expensive cards to build good decks. And I don't understand where the concept is. Like, I hate talking to people because some people will say like, oh, this is a shitty commander, and then I look at their deck, and then their deck list is just nothing but like free counter spell, and then they'll stick it with just a bunch of staples. Like, it's just nonstop staples. And for me, the fun of Magic the Gathering and the fun of Commander was supposed to be like Mario Party. It's a casual format, right? Like, nobody's supposed to have the same cards. There's 100 cards, a singleton format. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, Magic is fucking awesome. But when all the decks look the same and I see you bring out a deck and I can already assume half your deck, where I'm like, okay, there's a First Guardianship. Okay, oh, let's talk about white. Oh, there's Path to Exile. There's this, there's that. The game just becomes like kind of repetitive. And it's fun the first time, but if you have a play group of like, friends, it becomes really repetitive because you know what to expect. And it's not even like you're seeing some cool new interactions or some new tech. Like, you're really just seeing the same thing. Where'd you find that? Oh, EDH Rec? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, where else? Oh, okay, awesome. You're playing Krenko? Oh, I wonder what's in there. Oh, okay, Fling? All right, cool. Oh, Goblin Bombardment. All right, sick. And of course, like, some decks, again, if you're going for that style, like Aristocrats or whatever, they're gonna do it. But you can find like sleeper cards. Like, subscribe. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, wherever the thing's at, like, subscribe. My name is Izzy, IzzyT, IzzyT Digital, whatever you want to call me. I'm just trying to make it work. If you liked it, I'll do more magic stuff. This was really hard to set up. My mic to my DSLR to my computer to, whatever. And hopefully this made sense. I have ADHD. I'm all over the place. If you liked the video, and hopefully, again, I rambled or I can cut this down. I've never done something like this. I needed a monthly upload. I wanted to try this out. I don't know how the format for this is going to go. It's going to be like 20 minutes of me yapping, most likely. But thank you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, come back.